Hi, I'm with Chris Lissaman. This is Sparks Podcast by Interactive Workshops, and in every episode we try to spark something in work and life. So we were having a beer
Halfway through
a beer in a Bavarian Beer Hall. We realised we should wrap up our year with a quick Sparks thank you to all our listeners, viewers and contributors for everything you've put in, all the comments, all the likes, subscribes and shares, and private messages of encouragement.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had those. We've had great feedback. Thank you to everyone who's contributed in making the podcast happen as well. From our team, from Sam behind the camera and all of our audio, all of our edits, from David, Sands have been involved in that as well. Sander on the thumbnails. Thank you all.
Lizzie on the LinkedIn.
Yeah, all the LinkedIn and Ella as well.
And all our guests, Mary, Terry,
Lisa,
Rachel,
we could go on and on.
Lisa,
The guys from Bloomberg.
Yeah. That was a highlight, wasn't it? The big Bloomberg Early Careers episodes. Chris,
Absolutely.
just very quickly, while I've got you here, I'm trying to take on your role here.
Yeah, you play host. Go for it.
What have you learned this year? What have been your highlights?
Well, I think something that's come out of the podcast again and again, a theme that we've come back to without trying, is that idea of thinking about the other person, thinking about what they want, thinking about what they might need. And I think that's underrated. I think that idea of thinking about the other person, we live in a world of self-help and individualism, and that theme is something that's come out of talking about culture, about leadership, about humour. It's always about what does that other person need, what makes them tick, whether they're a teammate, manager, boss. That's been something that I've learned.
How do we step into those other person's shoes? It's It's interesting because we've been in the era of flexibility and agility, where it's a lot about me and how my life integrates with my job, and how I need to work from home Mondays and Fridays so I don't have to overdo things. You know, it's that's what works best for me. It feels like zeitgeist at the time to moving into more of a season where we're thinking back on what's best for our organisations, our business, what we can contribute.
Yeah. We're here in Munich in the Bavarian Beer House.
Yeah.
Reflections on the year finishes here.
Yeah, the year finishes here. I mean, for me, it's been a challenging one thing, trying to become a better senior leader. Executive leadership is harder than team leadership. I'm good at leading teams. I can throw myself into that. But executive leadership on the next level up, team to teams, not so much involvement with the team members, but still got to keep everyone on board, connect with those people. And also the broader range of work that we're doing. I mean, we're not just doing interactive workshops, we're running big sales projects, big tech projects, big content build projects, multi-mode media projects, team performance projects, lots of different variables. We've got the US office, London. So I guess my year has been just a much bigger remit, and I've probably got 2 or 3 or 4 years to grow to master that, I think. But I want to be, like Casey said, I want to bring my best self to work, not my authentic self. I think that's part of this changing of the guard on where we're at in company land. And again, senior execs that I've worked with this year have said, we need to get that focus back on high performance, how I can serve my company, how I can contribute, not what my company can do for me.
So perhaps there's been an era where it's about flexibility. It's about how do I get the best work-life balance. We've talked about how that's a bit of a myth, and now we're moving into something where actually how do we get results? What if me being well and stable or whatever, and safe isn't enough to get me, my team, my company to the right levels of performance for success?
Exactly, and I think just like any sports team, in order for the team to succeed, you do have to be at your best. But it's almost like, what's the priority? Is the priority my life and me being at my best? Or is the priority that I succeed at my work and we collectively succeed? And I think it's quite natural when we've been through big global changes, big shocks, that we've thought about how we look to take care of individuals. I think that's very welcome.
Yeah, we still want that.
Yeah, the question is, how do we also get the performance? How do we get the high-performing nature? And what sacrifices and or trade-offs are we prepared to make in order to achieve that? When I was starting out here in BMW Group in Munich when I was a graduate, there was no question that if I had to travel for work, I travel. If I had to stay late at work, I stay late at work. There's no question about what I need, what the priority, obviously not to extreme, but I had a job and I needed to keep that job and I needed to perform that job. And my boss used to call me at 7 o'clock in the morning and say, "Where are you? We're off on a trip." I was there. You know, it's not. I think that we'll see more of that demand for performance.
Yeah, that performance focus.
Yeah.
And highlights from the year for you?
Highlights for the year, the pod's been fantastic. I've loved the growth in our American business this year. I've loved having the guests like Thogdad, like Terry from Dartmouth Partners, Mary Fletcher-Louis' excellent episode on celebration. I was watching back our Say Yes to Adventure episode, and that idea that you encounter the moment where you can accept or decline the call to adventure. And if you decline it, that's one journey, but it's still a journey that you're going to go on.
Yeah.
If you accept it, you go off on a different journey that may be more challenging, less predictable, less controllable. But I was sort of reminiscing that that's part of my DNA, to try and say yes to adventure and to step into things I don't know if we're going to succeed at.
That's
go for it anyway.
That's exciting for next year.
It's exciting for next year.
Look forward to that.
What about for you? What are you aspiring to for next year? How are you going to push yourself?
Yeah, I think the thing I'm going to push myself in, we recently ran an event on agility versus accountability, and that tension around being able to pivot, being able to change and react, that's something I've grown in and had to learn.
One of your hallmarks, so agility.
Yeah, maybe it's been a hallmark of what we've done, what I've done so far, but to get me to the next phase, to the next level, to the next pinnacle, I think I need a bit less agility and a bit more waterfall, a bit more traditional approach of here's everything we're going to do. We're going to get that done to deadline.
Chris,
make it happen.
As small kids grow up, they're born very flexible.
Yeah.
They have to be born. The bones in their skulls have to meld around. But as they grow, they become stronger, more powerful, but less flexible. Yeah. Maybe that's the muscles that you're going to build.
Yeah, I think it's a muscle building year, a stronger year.
Right. Yeah. Well, before we go, I bought you a small gift.
Oh,
this is an American muscle car in Interactive Workshops and Sparks Podcast Orange.
The brand colours.
Chris, it signifies the power that you're developing. The naturally aspirated 8-cylinder engines, petrol.
All of my engines.
And, in 2024, if you succeed to a high enough level, I'd like to upgrade you that to a real one.
Oh, wow. So you heard it here first.
There you go.
Thank you very much. And that's an incredible coincidence because I've also got you a car.
Oh, Chris.
I know you love your American electric. You're electric. This car's electric.
Chris, an electric sparking Ford F-150 Lightning.
Yeah, that's it.
That's an incredible vehicle. Do you know, you can charge this from your house, but in emergency, the car can power your house the other way. And I feel like that's a positive metaphor to end on.
Yeah.
Perhaps on leadership or teamwork, but what you put in the end,
can come
back to you when you need it. Isn't that what the Sparks podcast is all about?
It's a brilliant message.
Chris,
cheers.
Prost. Happy Christmas.
To 2024. Lots more to come.
2024, more to come.
See you soon.
Watching this video by Interactive Workshops. Give it a like down below and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video. Click through to here or here to watch another video by Interactive Workshops.